And now, broadcasting live by the light of a single swinging bowl, deep in an underground bunker marked only by a nondescript entrance, somewhere in rural Oregon. Don't even try to find him. Don't even try. Here's Larry with this week's guest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leo's Coast to Coast.
Hello, everybody! From sea to shining sea, coast to coast, wherever you may be, they're back. Yes, they are. It only seemed like about 4 or 5 months ago when we had a whole bunch of Williamson County deputies on this show. And I remember them saying, this isn't goodbye. This is see you soon. They did. They did. And I want to thank, first of all, Sheriff Robert Chody for doing what he did to allow us to have Deputy Johnson on today. Sheriff Chody, thank you. Thank you very much. We are honored and we are more than grateful for a very grateful fan base of a show that fell in love with a group of people we didn't know from the state of Texas who would indelibly mark themselves into our hearts. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Deputy J.J. Johnson, Williamson County, Texas. There he is, everybody. How about that one right there?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me on, sir.
They're back. I'm so happy. Oh, my goodness. Let's just get this out of the way. Hello, Texas, Manitoba, St. Catharines, Ontario, Crossville, Tennessee, Lloydminster, Saskatchewan, North Carolina. Love my Kathy Plass. Hello there, Crossville, Tennessee. Hello again, state of Texas, Middle Tennessee. Hello to my dear friends in California. Welcome, Nevada. Hello, South Dakota. Hello, New Jersey. Hello, Williamson County, Texas. Hello to Arizona. My goodness gracious. Hello, everybody. I'm telling you, this place is absolutely packed. And we just told y'all about this show just about 2 hours ago. That's all it took. Deputy J.J. Johnson, welcome back, brother. We have missed you terribly, man.
Thank you. I missed y'all too.
Here's my favorite guy right there that wears the Wilco badge. I love him because he thinks of other people before he thinks of himself. A lot of the pictures you see online and some of the ones you saw in the lineup before we started the show were taken by him. And he does it. Yep. He does it because he wants to make sure everybody's included. That's the whole point. Yep. Deputy Johnson, how does it feel to be back on Live PD?
I mean, it's great. I know the sheriff's had an uphill battle with dealing with the political side of things. And then we also have our community who never stop supporting us. They've been begging for it. And so how he did it, I have no idea. I know the community is very happy to see us back, especially, it comes at a time where everyone's been under quarantine and locked up for several days. And so it's been great. It's been positive feedback. I know I watched it last night for the first time, and it even made me smile. And so something to look forward to, especially during these times. So I'm grateful for it. I know our community, for the majority, is very grateful for it.
This all happened during the coronavirus pandemic. That's important to point out. And it's important as well to point out that It was such a huge shot in the arm to so many people who watch this show to see you guys back on that show. When we needed you most, you guys came back. You brought that Williamson County swag and love back onto television when we were dying for something, man. God bless you guys. God bless you guys.
It never did it. Y'all just couldn't see it on TV. We continue to do things regardless of the situation, what's best for us and what's best for the community. So we still push forward. I think when I interviewed with you and the show had ended or was going to end, that's something we talked about. Like we're going to Charlie Mike, continue moving and keep pushing the envelope. So I'm glad to be back, and people can see what we're doing, which we never stopped doing it. So
there you go. Yep, live with Deputy J.J. Johnson, Williamson County, Texas. If you want to call, say howdy do to him. I know he'd love to say hello to you. He got a clean car, right? Got a clean car.
I do have a clean car.
503-420-4062 is the number to call. Brandon from Arizona. How are you guys enforcing the Texas state orders that businesses can only be at about 25% capacity?
So what the sheriff's done is he's pulled a lot of resources within the county. I know the constables have also been helping, and everyone in our agency, our traffic division, our K-9 division. And so what they do, they have checks and 24/7 deputies, constables, school resource officers, traffic unit, K-9 division. They go and hit these businesses daily, multiple times a day, and physically put eyes on them, walk through them to be sure that everyone's in compliance. And they've been doing that, over 60 days now. And so it's a constant deal around the clock to be sure that everyone's in compliance. And also just our presence, especially in the beginning, just kept people calm at the grocery stores and some of the smaller businesses, the nursing homes, just us being out saying, hey, everything's going to be okay. We're still here. We really haven't, I don't think we've had any people that are not happy with what we're doing. They're happy to see us, and we're even bigger now. We're more public now because we have more resources just due to the pandemic. So it's been good.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Live with Deputy J.J. Johnson, Williamson County, Texas. I can't believe I've been saying that. I'm just so happy to be saying that. When you have somebody you think the world of, like I do of you and Kennedy, and of course the sheriff. I'm just so happy inside, man. I'm just so happy. Wow. Okay. So Christine Peterson says, hi, JJ, from me and Catherine from Wilco.
Her and Kat, how are y'all doing? They're great people.
There you go. There you go. You guys going to go back, maybe do the movie theater thing again?
That's going to be up to the sheriff. He's got so many plates spiraling right now. How he found time to put this together, I have no idea, but I never count him out, ever. He seems to pull rabbits out of the hat all the time and still maintains, a pretty large sheriff's office moving and running and keeping the community going. So I'm more than sure that he will, just with everything going on. I'm shocked that he worked this out on top of the 24/7 emergency management of the county, working with the state and the federal updates and adjusting as we see fit and doing this. So I'm more than sure he'll put something together when it's safe to do so.
Yep. Yep. Well, and the thing that, we all need to remember, and this is just the honest truth, I'm going to say it like it is. The Chodis are people of Jesus Christ. They really are. They're a very good, strong Christian family.
They are.
When you have the power of God behind you, anything is possible, even this. That's the truth, folks. That's the truth. And I know that for a fact. That's the truth. So, tons of Texas here. What y'all doing here today, huh, folks? What y'all in here today for? Something going on?
Enjoying this beautiful weather in Texas.
My goodness gracious. Look at this. Tam Bashan, hello from Austin, Texas. Hashtag Team Wilco. Hashtag Team Chody. Jill Bamai from Canada. Welcome, JJ. Kathy Plass from Austin, Texas. Welcome, JJ. Actually, I think Kathy's in North Carolina. That's okay. Mary Pluff. Good to see you again, JJ.
Thank you.
Karen White. They're all saying this. They're all it's the same thing. Judy Strew. Judy Strew is from Saskatchewan. Welcome. So glad to have you back. Lee Terry, she's just got all these great old big old arms out there like, yay! You know, it's just, that's what I'm just seeing all over this screen. Cheryl Hill, hello from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Wow.
Hello.
Mary Pluff, great comment. Hello, Officer Johnson. She means deputy. It's okay. I'm so glad that Williamson County is back on Live PD.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Samantha Steele from Texas says, I drove through Williamson County and there was a snowstorm. You guys really get snow sometimes?
It has been a while. I think once every second or third winter, it seems like we'll get we may go from 78 degrees and the next morning there's snow or ice or something. It's Texas.
Really?
Yeah, it happens fast.
Wow. That'd be tough to take care of that. Man, especially when it's so fast, when it changes that quickly. Kathy Plass, nice comment. So happy y'all are back. We missed you so much. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It was just the perfect timing. Here we were in this terrible pandemic and everyone's closing up and it looked so bleak. And in comes Williamson County, Texas again. Wow. You couldn't write a better script than that. You really couldn't. Kathy Plass asks a great question, and we've asked this to a lot of our guests recently. How has policing changed during this time of the coronavirus in your department?
Well, it changed, and it changed very fast. And it seemed like it evolved every day as numbers went up and the information. Basically, what they did, instead of all of our deputies showing up and doing roll call, they digitized that and they did it over the phone, whether it be a video chat. That's still going on so that we're keeping our numbers spread out and practicing social distance. Outside of that, anything that wasn't a in-progress call, if it was something that could be handled by telephone, deputies and supervisors have been contacting complainants by the telephone. If they did have to respond to a house, what they would do is our dispatchers would ask them if they had any symptoms, what their current temperature was, and relay that information out to patrol. If patrol arrived, we'd remove them from the house, have them step out. So we didn't have to go into their atmosphere and maintain social distancing. It's still police work. We're still at some point going to have to go hands-on with people and get up close and personal, but they minimize, the risk versus the reward. Traffic stops went way down just to keep us safe and keep the community safe as well. We get our temperatures taken every day. If you experience any form of a symptom at home or while you were at work, you were sent home immediately. You were treated through the COVID protocol before you returned to work. They took really good care of us. They kept us updated and educated on what to look for, and lots of hand sanitizers. Like I say, taking our temperature several times a day. No public in or out of our building, just to minimize our risk. Because if one deputy gets it, it can spread very fast. We run 12-hour shifts. It would take our agency out pretty quick. And so we were very fortunate that we hadn't had anybody have to go through the contract.
Yep, thank God for that. Live with Deputy J.J. Johnson, Williamson County, Texas. I want to say that again. I just want to say it one more time. Live with Deputy J.J. Johnson from Williamson County, Texas. I want to say it again because, doggone, it feels so good. Lee Terry, is there a Deputy J.J. Brown Santa shirt? And if so, what does it say?
So there are
Lee.
That we did last year, and I believe more are being produced now. And they would say like Team Chody, Team Johnson, and a hashtag comment on the back. And all the proceeds from that, from Jesse, would go to Brown Santa every year. 100% of it plus outside donations. But those shirts were a big hit. I bought and paid for several of them for myself and some of my loved ones because I like the shirts, first of all, but it goes to a good cause. And it'll be more important this year than it was last year just because of what the country and the economy is going through.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, that's well said. Well said. Question here. Is your car as clean as Deputy Garrett's?
a clean car, but Deputy Garrettson goes above and beyond. I've seen him clean under the hood, the engine bay, consistently. I don't go that far, but I try and leave a good first impression when my car pulls up anywhere, and I'm pretty about washing it daily.
Oh, that's great. Christine Peterson, love this. We will never stop supporting you guys. Wilco loves you. Wow.
Thank you.
See, and I think the rest of the world always has known that. It's just that what could we do other than, try and keep supporting you guys. So there we go. Yeah. Folks, if you want, I'm getting some people wanting patches and stuff. The best way to do things like that is to contact the department when you are, maybe you have a little time in the daytime, make a little phone call down to Williamson County, Texas Sheriff's Office. Ask them if they sell them, or maybe even what I would do personally, I would get myself a challenge coin if you could buy one of those. That's what you buy. You buy a challenge coin.
That much.
Yeah, but if you don't get the coin, at least walk away with the patch. That's important. That's good stuff. Yeah.
Too high, but they are there, and the sheriff has them. So they're very tough to come by, very coveted. Everybody wants one. So
yep. Well, that's why they're called.
To get a couple from it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Now, I said I've been fortunate in my career working for Sheriff Chota to get a few. I think I got 2 coins, challenge coins from him, and it was just through certain calls that I was on with other deputies and how the situation turned out. So basically, a good job, challenge coin.
That's pretty cool. And see, that's why they're called challenge coins, because the real definition is it takes a very special challenge to get one. That's the honest truth. That's what challenge coins mean. There you go. Kimberly Hastings, how are all the canines doing? We're all here and back, Wilco. I'm from Monmouth, Illinois, but she's concerned more about the canines of Williamson County. How are they doing?
The canines are doing well. They have a little bit more downtime. They're still out on patrol, but with us pulling back on traffic contacts, that limits their work a little bit. I know that they have helped do tracks for missing children, autistic people who've gone missing, and they've assisted with locating during the quarantine time. And they're still training. They're getting a lot of love since they're not doing as much. But our K9 Corps is doing great.
That's good to hear. Yep, that's good to hear. Jill Bamai from Canada says it really is great to have you all back. Canadians love you too. There you go. All right.
We love bacon up there. The Canadian bacon is my favorite on the pizza.
I love Canada. They make the best bacon up there. That's awesome, dude. That's funny. Courtney Bradney from University Heights, Ohio just says, woo! She's a happy camper. There you go. I've got a very special call for you. You're going to like this one. Welcome to the show. Don't even need to ask. You're live with Deputy J.J. Johnson from Williamson County, Texas. Go ahead.
Hey, Larry, it's Bill Burt.
This is Captain Bill Burt of the Missoula County Sheriff's Office. How about that? Now, this is the office that basically took Williamson's place when you, well, let's say, left for a while, okay? And this is the captain of that Montana department that your camera crews and everybody went up to. He wanted to make sure and call you to encourage you today. Go ahead, Captain.
Absolutely, yeah. When we started looking at being on the show, especially the sheriff, he had spent a lot of time talking to Sheriff Chody, and it turns out that when Williamson County went off the show for the first time, that crew, the entire crew, went directly from Williamson to Missoula. I guess it was during a short break, but then during the Christmas break, they ended up down in Pomona, and I don't know. I'm kind of hoping to find out if there's that crew back down there. I don't know. I don't know. I've been able to keep track of it all.
Not the same crew. First of all, Captain, thanks for calling. Great talking to you. It is not the same crew. I understand. So that's a great crew that y'all got from Texas that came up there. A fantastic crew. They're real close. And I used to say all the time, we spend so much time in the car with them. You learn so much about each other. So we still stay in contact. The holidays, they'll wish us well. But that's a great film crew. They really got it together. They work well together, and they'll work with your officers very well.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun. They made a lot of references to the deputies that work for your office, and they just learned a lot from you guys, and they were able to easily get us kind of trained up, so to speak, on what worked and what didn't work. Super professional group of people, and just made the entire thing so much fun. It was, again, an almost 30 years ago. This is one of the funnest things I've ever been involved with. And it's really, it was kind of cool making just the connections all over the place. I've been able to actually go out and meet a couple people, and out in Salinas with Mike Musket, and happened to be going through Tulsa, and got invited over. My boys and I got invited over to Daryl Ross's place, and I've been to Texas a couple times recently, but I just can't quite get close enough to Williamson County. But it's on the bucket list for sure.
Let's do it. You let us know when you're coming. We'll roll out the red carpet for you.
How about that? And they'll do that too. They'll roll out the red carpet in good style for you, buddy. Absolutely.
Well, we're gonna make it happen. There's no question. It's not a matter of if, it's just when, and we're gonna make it there.
Yes,
there
sir.
You go. Well, Captain Burt, we appreciate your call more than ever, buddy. Thank you. What a classy phone call this is, huh? Wow.
I really appreciate it. I appreciate what you do out there, and likewise. I mean, everybody that participates in it. It's a very cool thing. It keeps us connected. So thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, it's an honor and a privilege. Thank you, Captain Burt. God bless you, buddy. Hey, we'll talk soon, all right?
All right, take care.
Yep, see ya. Bye. Captain Bill Burt from the Missoula County Sheriff's Office. That ain't bad. The county that went after you with your camera crew went up there, and he's told me countless times, Deputy Johnson, how much they raved about you and how much they raved about your department, how well it was run, just how special it was. And this camera crew had been from other locations before they came to Williamson. And all they could talk about, he says, is the Williamson way. It was the Williamson way. And they learned so much from you guys. Tell me, what is it like on a live PD night to have the cameraman right there and the producer in the back? What's it like? Is it distracting in any way, or are these guys just so good that you don't even know they're there almost?
That's pretty much what it was like. They were not a distraction. They were very professional. That cameraman, Collins, the fastest person I've ever. He could run with a camera faster than most of us could without a camera. But no, they were just there, and you would forget they were there. But then over time, like I said, as the bond grew, in the back of your mind, you're always trying to protect them and be sure they were safe, and and they worried about us. And so we had a lot of close calls, a lot of intense scenes, and we would all go through the same emotional state once we made it through it. So it was great. It was great. But they never distracted us. They never affected our safety or the way we did the job. They let us work, and they documented it. And they were real big about that. We're here to document what y'all are doing. And so it was great.
So at times when you folks would be on a live PD scene and you guys were collecting evidence, doing the work that's necessary to your police work, and they'd be there. They'd be doing their job, but not everything that y'all did was shown on camera, was it?
No, sir.
Yep. It just really was about they're going to come to the point where they see you doing what you're doing. Then they go to another department. Meanwhile, you guys are still there collecting evidence, doing your job, doing what needs to be done to make sure that your job is fulfilled and that the citizens of Williamson County are kept safe. Yep.
Right.
A lot of people don't realize that. Seems that has been missed an awful lot lately. And I just want to ask that question personally because it's important people understand the way live PD works. They don't just stay at the scene until the officer gets back in the car and leaves, they go to the next big event happening. Now, they may go back to that scene again to get a follow-up, but in the meantime, there's been a lot of evidence being collected, questions being asked, a lot of things are going on there. And that is not shown a lot on live PD. Sometimes it is, but most of the time, it just isn't. Doesn't mean it isn't happening. It's important for people to understand that.
Right.
Sometimes,
The process of the job doesn't change no matter who's there. It's just an extra camera and some extra people, but we still follow through with everything that we do. They don't dictate how we do business, how we enforce the laws, and how we operate as Wilco. And so that they literally are there to document it.
Yep.
There's no script, there's no interference. They capture it, and once the cameras go down, our process continues from start to finish so that we can, make our objective.
Yep. And that's collect evidence and make sure that the right things are done that follow the law. Yep, exactly. Okay, Courtney Bradney, who absolutely adores Williamson County, adores you. She says, hey, JJ, guess what?
Go.
You got this. Kathy Plass asks, any special meanings behind your tattoos?
Every one of them. I don't do it for the pointless. See if I can get this. This is like a brotherhood tattoo for the SWAT team that I serve with. It's something that we had designed, and I decided to get it tattooed on me, and I think a few other guys did too. A lot of them are job related or family related, but I have 11 tattoos. Some you can see. I typically have them, for me, not for show, but they all do mean something to me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So all of your tattoos have a special story behind them then. That's very cool. Very good. Courtney Bradney asks, do you have a favorite saying?
One, I have many because I like to talk, but one of them is, there's no disability in life other than a bad attitude. And I believe that. I preach that to my kids. If you interact a lot, but there's no disability in life other than a bad attitude.
I agree. That's well said. Well said. Yep. See, my son was brought up with the saying, you will always become a product of your environment. Wherever you are, that's what you'll be. And
Yes.
It is absolutely been proven true. Kate Marshall, how is Lieutenant Kennedy doing? It finally came out. There it is. Okay.
He's doing good. Him earlier in the week, he's staying busy. With his position being a lieutenant and the way we've been running the county under the emergency management, he's tied into all of that. And so our command staff has been under the emergency management operations 24/7, getting updates on numbers or specific events or changes. If the governor changes something, then we adjust. So he's been busy. He probably has bags under his eyes, but if I know Lieutenant Kennedy, he's still smiling. So he's doing well.
Yep, that would be Lieutenant Kennedy for sure. Yep. Tammy Basham says, I saw my boy Nemo on TV last night. Yeah. Samantha Steele adds, isn't Canadian bacon just ham? Basically. All right. Chilpamai. I won't even put it up. She describes Canadian bacon. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's just awesome. Oh, man. Kimberly Hastings says, thank you for answering my question. The canines are so loved. And the day I found out Wilco was coming back, I was so excited. Words can't describe it. I just can't wait to see my favorite Wilco again tonight. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Thanks for sharing that. All right. So, and Kathy Plass for Captain Bert. We also miss you, Missoula's. That's pretty cool. All right. So let me kind of think here. Okay. Courtney Bradney says this. I know this is important to her. One thing I have to tell you is that I have your 6. And one day I would really like to meet y'all. That would mean a lot to me. Pretty cool. Kimberly Hastings asks, what's your favorite movie? Say Sandlot. Say Sandlot. 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 Sorry.
Oh my! It seems like it's always changing. I have a bunch of movies that I like. A lot of my movies that I like are either based on a true story or have some form of history with them, even if they're military based or just the history of this state and this country and what we've gone through to get to where we are. So I've done a whole lot of Netflixing in these last 60 plus days, and
Yeah.
so I can't even count how many movies I watch. But I know I like comedies, but I generally lean towards something with a non-fictional base to it.
Have you seen the
Some
new Will Smith movie?
I have not.
I want to see that. I think that'd be great. Now, since you're a Netflix or a DVD, movie renter, I'm going to ask you the trivia question that we talked to folks last night about. See if you can answer it or get close. According to Netflix, what's the most rented film since 1998? Any thoughts?
The Godfather.
That's a good answer. It's a good answer. You won't believe the answer. My mouth dropped. I have to replace some lower teeth now because it fell to the sidewalk. The Big Lebowski.
Really?
Yes. It's the most rented movie on Netflix since 1998. I can't believe it. Wow. Christine Peterson asks, how are your boys doing with the lockdown and being out of school?
The kids, they're at that age to where as long as they can stay busy and eat, they're good. And so they're outdoorsy, but they're rough and they have each other and they're pretty close in age. And so they stay pretty entertained. We've been doing a lot of jogging together and walking and, of course, throwing the baseball and the football and, of course, a lot of cleaning. So they're doing good. We do our study time. We do the digital school projects, but they're good. They're just busybodies. As long as they can play and destroy my house and eat everything in sight, they're going to play.
That's great. That's awesome. Well done. Kate Marshall, this is a good one. She says, and this means a lot to her to see this, I'm sure. She says, my dad says he would love to do a road trip soon. And he says, we can come visit y'all. So just got to keep saving up. Then I'll be able to come and visit. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now, this is a wonderful thing. I want you to share this with people. This is wonderful. It's a long one, but here we go. The way Wilco Sheriff's Office treats people, interacts with the citizens, reminds me of 6 sheriff's deputies who began our interaction at gunpoint. We talked for 30 minutes, and that changed my life. I can't repay them for their kindness, but I can thank their brothers of the badge. How about that?
Thank you.
That is the nicest compliment I have ever seen on this show in over 2 years. Wow.
It is awesome. So the thing is, everyone that I have contact with or the next deputy, we're setting that person up for the next officer, deputy, or trooper that they come in contact with. And so people who haven't had the best, I didn't grow up with the best experience with law enforcement, not because I was a criminal. It was just the way things were where I was from back in the day. But I keep that in mind and how I want to be treated if the shoe was on how I want my kids, my mother to be treated. And so if I give you a positive interaction and you allow me to, that may wash something negative off that you dealt with prior to dealing with me, this agency, or anyone else. And so when they deal with the next brother in blue or sister in any state or any agency, how we act here may affect that. It may leave a positive impact. And that was proof of it right there.
You can't get any better than that. You just can't get any better than that. Wow. Kate Marshall then says, I still have your 6. And by the way, hey, dork. Totally had to say it. Wow.
Okay.
I think that might be one of those things. Lee Terry says, please tell Lieutenant Luera hello. Many people admire him. Yep.
He does. That's a great man. But I will definitely tell him hello.
There you go. All right. Thank you, Lee, for that. Kelly Hershoff. Kelly, welcome to the show. First time we've seen you. We're honored to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Now, this is kind of a squirmy question. I've got to just tell you right now. But again, last night it appeared on Live PD. Okay. How many stops do people actually carry sex toys in their purse? LOL. Wow.
More, more than you think. More than you think. So probably 2 out of 10, I would say.
20%. Wow.
Yeah.
Holy
Probably
cow.
20%, more than you think. People that keep things in cars that they shouldn't, that they should keep in their home and keep it private, and they bring it out on a public roadway. And then on top of that, they bring some kind of attention to themselves and we end up having contact with them. And,
Yep. Yep.
So,
and
yeah.
that's when you just are thankful for surgical gloves, you know? Really? Really? Samantha Steele, what's the longest pursuit you've been on?
Probably about 40 minutes, probably a 40-minute pursuit. It's probably the longest I've had. I probably had a few around 20. You just got to think of the speeds and the ground that we cover at those speeds. So that it's quite a long pursuit. Once you get into them and you start worrying about your fuel and your radio signal in your car, you've gone pretty far. But I've had some long ones.
Yeah, that is long. Holy mackerel. That's why I know Nye County does that too, because they're about 80, 90 miles from Vegas or so. No, it's not true. About 45, 50. And sometimes they have chases that go all the way into Las Vegas. That's just, wow. That's just amazing to me. Courtney, one of the last three we'll put on the screen. Yay, I was crying when Wilco was off live PD last year around August of 2019 up until May of 2020. Because when y'all came back, I felt like crying tears of joy. It made my day brighter. Courtney, that's great to hear. Nice comment. Nice comment. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to get you two more in here. And one of them, I got to do this because it's about your car, man. Okay? Lee Terry, have you been able to drive the Coronet lately?
I did. I did. I actually had it out all last weekend and actually ran through a couple tanks of fuel.
Doesn't
very
take
close.
Much.
Who I work with, who bought
440.
a Mustang, and we took our cars out cruising that day.
Mm-hmm.
That weekend. So no, I had a great time with it.
That's cool. Are you able to buy fuel for it? Did you do hardened valve seats on it so you can run unleaded premium on that?
I did.
Yeah, you'd have to on the 440. Wow. This is a great question here, and this will be the last one. Kathy Plus, because I told him a half hour. He's been on 45 minutes. Sorry about that. Kathy Plus says, how do you spend your downtime?
There's a process. So once I come home and I gear down and my mindset kind of changes, I clean. I like a clean house, and I like socializing. So if I don't have time with my kids, I'll reach out and check on other people that I work with, other friends, family that I have. But I like to relax. I like to work out, but I'm always cleaning. It seems like if my space is clean, then the atmosphere just kind of lightens my mood. It helps me relax. So I like everything super clean.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. You know, being clean is cool. Very good. We have been live with Deputy J.J. Johnson from Williamson County, Texas, and we are so doggone happy. I want to make sure and put this up on the screen. Jessie Sternat, and she has done so much for Williamson County, Texas. Jessie, yeah, girl, I'm so doggone proud of you. You darn right. All right, put this back on the screen real quick. We're still selling Wilco t-shirts, Larry. Please have everyone DM me, okay? So if you're on Twitter, there's your name, Jessie with an I, Sternat, okay? It's Sternat, okay? Get a hold of her.
Those proceeds go 100% go to the Brown Santa, which help families and children that are not in the best economic state, and they work year round. So that we can give these kids a Christmas every single year. And again, just with the economy kind of screeching to a halt, a lot of people lost their jobs, a lot of single mothers. So life is going to be changed forever. It'll be more important this year than it ever has been to get our community and get the country back moving again. So people's lives are permanently changed from this. we've also lost a lot of officers in this quarantine time. And so just think about that. The shirts are super nice, but they go 100% to a good cause and help these children. And we can have a bigger impact on them.
Yep. Much bigger impact, especially when you think about what's happened during the economy. Yeah.
Right.
What's happened is just crazy. Jesse, would you do me a favor? Would you make a JJ shirt? Could you make a JJ shirt this time? I love you, girl. You know I do. Jesse, I love you, honey. I love you.
She's great.
We'll talk. Yeah. She says, love you guys. Love from Jesse. All right. We'll close with that. Now, here you go. Lee Terry's going to give you the connection there on Twitter. She's at hey_Jesse. There you go. Just hey_Jesse. Make the JJ shirt, Jesse. Okay. Deputy Johnson, what would you like to share with live PD people?
Just thanks for your continued support. It never stopped, even without the cameras here. The fans and the supporters have always been there. It's not always fun or popular to be a supporter, but our supporters have not blown with the wind. They stood fast the whole time, and so it gives me great joy. I'm very proudful person, and I'm very proud to wake up every day and wear the patch that I do and work with the people that I do at this agency. And so you can't think of this agency now without thinking of these fans and without thinking of the community, people like Jesse and Kat, all these people that have supported us publicly consistently. It helps us keep going, because not everybody, a small minority of people try and tear us down, but the majority of these people have been there when the cameras are off, when the chips are down sometime. They've been right beside us. We buried a deputy yesterday. It was a very long day for the Central Texas community, and a lot of us from Wilco went, and I saw some of our fans and some of our supporters, checking on us and checking on the family and other LEOs, and it meant a whole lot. And then we wake up today in Houston, a helicopter crashed. And so as soon as we get ready to remove our morning bar, we have to put it right back on. And that's been going on a lot. We're at 59 deaths this year so far across but those fans are there for us, for our cause, for the agency, for us personally. They're always checking on us and thinking of us and anything we're connected to. So it means a lot more than they'll ever know. And to have things present in your life that money can't buy, you can't go pick up off a shelf, means more than anything. And that's that support. It helps boost morale. Our sheriff seems to be a machine. He just keeps going, but I guarantee it helps boost him as well.
Absolutely right. Yeah, no question. And I'll tell you what else helps boost him is prayers. Pray for him and his family. I'm just going to come on and say it.
Yeah.
They have been viciously attacked. And I mean attacked in a way that no human being should ever see. And I'm not going to give these people any more airtime than to say what I just said and live with that the rest of their lives. Because nobody deserves that. We all were raised, treat others the way you want to be treated. Now you think about that for a moment. A whole bunch of people ganging up on you. Okay, you can deal with that. How about your wife? Maybe your daughter? Come on. It's ridiculous. One of the best things that's happened in the last 10 years of my life is to see this doggone county return to live PD. I'm going to say that right now. So all my buddies out there. All right. So JJ, well said. Thank you for doing that again. And Jesse says here, we have a Team Johnson shirt, says #Dream Team. Yeah. Jesse, I'll be in touch. I'm going to be in touch. We're going to have matching family shirts. Very nice.
Yes.
All right. Next week, folks, on the Leo's Coast to Coast show, 2 p.m. Eastern, you will get to meet for the very first time Sheriff T.J. McDermott of the Williamson on my mind. One from the Missoula County Sheriff's Department. Yeah, he's the Missoula Sheriff. Sheriff T.J. McDermott will be joining us live at 2 p.m. Eastern. It'll be kicking off what would have been, it still will be, but in a much different way, National Law Enforcement Week. Yep, that would have started next week, not this coming week, but the following week. That's what it would have been. But because of the COVID virus, of course, there's no Washington, D.C., event and all that. But we've dedicated the rest of the month of May to leadership in law enforcement, and Sheriff Chody is scheduled for May 30th. Put that in your calendar, May 30th. We're looking forward to having that man on because he has done an amazing job, and we pray for him a lot. JJ, thanks for being here, brother.
Thank y'all very much. Keep us in mind. Y'all stay safe, stay sanitary, and stay blessed. And we'll be out here doing things the Wilco way and taking care of everybody.
There you go. Same thing the camera crew said, the Wilco way. That was it right there. Yep. All right. For you guys who are going to be returning, we'll be doing YouTube with Friends tonight, 7 p.m. It is cartoon trivia. Come back to your childhood tonight, 7 p.m. East, to keep you away from cabin fever from all the COVID virus issues. And we just want to help keep you company, give you some hope, encouragement, and something fun to do. So join us 7 p.m. tonight for the YouTube with Friends show. JJ, thanks again for being here, man. Last minute,
Thank you.
too. Yep. Until then, folks, be good people. God bless you. Thank you for watching Leo's Coast to Coast. And thank you, Kathy Plass, for reminding a man of what he's supposed to be. God bless you guys. We'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.